Respected Chair and distinguished participants, greetings from India. We have assembled here to strategize the dynamics of ILC 2015. ILO travels through the paths of history by transforming the world of work with novel instruments. Nations of the world have benefited and workers have been exposed to better situations by this process. Every instrument should strike a balance between decent work for all and sustainable development of industry. This has now become fundamental to ILO paradigm. India has been constantly reiterating its global responsibility to respect ILO mandates, since no one can keep the window to the external world shut. The ILO trajectory has yet another new turn when it has taken up the task of bringing an instrument on transition from informal to the formal economy. It is an effort to position nations in the developmental trajectory. The instrument reflects the true diversity manifested in different parts of the globe. High incidence of informality is a hindrance to the developmental aspirations of a nation. India is having the largest informal sector in the world with 93.7% of its working population still in the informal sector. Hence, any attempt to improve the informal sector in countries like India would mean transforming the whole national society. So the ILO member countries and its tripartite constituents have a duty to get this instrument adopted without diluting its vision, spirit and strength. I hope we may achieve scaling heights in revolutionizing the informal sector through this proposed recommendation. Poverty is a crime against the unfortunate people in a heartless world. An effective wage policy is a strong weapon for eradication of poverty and inequality. Argument that minimum wages is still a distant dream for many parts of the world is not a justification to avoid progressively reaching the stage of living wages. Living wages is meant to live with dignity. It is critical for us to move from subsistence work to decent work and decent wages. This year, we are also discussing about small and medium-sized enterprises and decent work and productive employment creation. SMEs are the lifelines of any society. It is a source of livelihood for a major section of the population. Hence, protection of SMEs is vital for any society to survive. The advent of globalization and unfair competition has caused much damage to the SMEs. In countries like India, many SME-intensive areas have been virtually wiped out due to unequal competition created by the entry of big MNCs. The threat of the entry of MNCs in the retail sector is creating socio-political unrest in the society. SMEs create jobs and governments have to assist them to ensure that they provide decent jobs. Reckless pursuit of industrialization has created wrong notions in the economic and commercial domains. The idea that FDI is a panacea for all economic ills is being propagated by many international trade-related agencies. This is also associated with the notion that labor laws are hindrance to industrial growth and foreign investment chances. ILO has to seriously discuss the paradox that MNCs which have strict labor laws to follow in their mother country, once they enter a developing country, want their domain free from labor laws. Unfortunate development in Suzuki plant in Manesar near New Delhi, India is a pointer. The said attitude was instrumental in spreading lawlessness in workplaces. The double face of such MNCs is due to lack of uniform labor laws across the world. It is uncivilized to witness some privileged areas of the world having good regulations and other hapless societies having lawless workplaces. When some governments are not serious about tripartism in action, ILO may have to guide them. Strong, credible and effective supervisory mechanism is required to discipline nations to keep the spirit of transformation that the ILO would like the world to achieve. Industrial progress is based on three pillars of tripartism. We require a beautiful blending of the interests of all the three partners. Intense deliberations lead to fruitful results, provided we are passionately committed to revolutionize the world of work. Nothing short of total transformation should satisfy us. Thank you.
Thank you, worker delegates from the India.